So if you're interested in passive income, more specifically, how to generate 5 figures or more in passive income, let's say $20,000 a month, and you want to know all the ways to do so, well, I'll share with you a few of them, but not all of them. Then you found the right place. Hey Daniel, Q&A intro please. Hey, how's it going, friend? Juan Pablo here. And if you're interested in 3 pillars to financial freedom, which is personal finance, funding, real estate investing with a focus on multi-unit investing, then you found the right place. So I'm your host, Juan Pablo. I'm a full-time real estate investor, online entrepreneur. Now, if you're new to this channel, I want to make sure that you click that like button as well as subscribe to the channel, so that way the algorithm can do its thing and provide you with additional videos. So that way you can be fed the information that you need along your journey towards becoming financially free. So without further ado, let's dive into the topic. So we're going to discuss 4 ways in which you can get up to $20,000 per month in passive income. Let's get into it. Okay, here's the first way, traditional financing. So some of you may have deep pockets, right? You might be a high income earner, whether from your day job, from your profession, or what have you, or even from your business, which is great. And you have unlimited earning potential. You might be making a ton of money, and you say, you know what, I want to reinvest this money into passive income. So that's one good source. So if you're in a fortunate position, which I'm sure not everyone is, but I'm just speaking to those who are, then yes, reinvest your income. Because it's kind of like this. You want to take the massive income that you receive from your day job or from your business to finance the passive income you will receive from real estate. So somewhat massive to passive. Take your massive income to finance your passive income. So that's one key way if you are a high income earner or you have a business that's generating income in which you can get passive income. Now, the second way is for everyone else, right? You might be in position, or you might be thinking, hey, Juan Pablo, I don't have the deep pockets. I'm not a high income earner, which I got $100,000 in the bank, or I do have a business, but I don't have that much capital left over, hundreds of thousands to invest in real estate. What if I'm just that small guy, let's say, or let's say I'm just getting started? What do you recommend so I can start getting this passive income and climb up to $20,000 a month? Okay, cool. Well, you can use one financing tool called hard money, right? You can use hard money, which is pretty much a private loan. Now it's called hard money because the terms are hard, meaning it's not easy. The terms might be expensive, meaning you're paying double-digit interest rates. Points, that's 1% of the amount of money that you borrow. So if you're getting a loan for $100,000 and you got 3 points, then that's $3,000 you have to pay to that lender for doing this loan. So with hard money, you're paying double-digit interest rates, you're paying points, and they want their money back short term. They want their money, their principal back, I should say, in about a year's time or less. So that's why it's hard money. However, they're willing to fund not only the purchase, but also the repairs to acquire a property if it is distressed. So you can use the BRRRR method, in which you buy a property, you renovate it, that's the R. You also, once it's renovated, you put a tenant in there, so you rent it, that's the next R. And then once you have a tenant there paying rent, you go back to a conventional mortgage lender and you refinance, that's another R, and then you repeat that cycle. So that's what the BRRRR stands for, BRRRR. And you can do this process over and over to the point you accumulate $20,000 in passive income. Now I do have a bonus video for you. Check the link below in the description in which I break down hard money, the pros and cons of it. Now let's get into the next step. Now another way you can finance deals, and let's say you don't have the deep pockets, right? You have to use creative financing. Well, one creative financing strategy that I've used is the MLO. That's the master lease option. That's where you can buy a property, but not necessarily buy it. You can have the option to buy it in the future, but first you get it under contract. Well, not under contract. You become the master tenant. You have a master lease, in other words. So you can see the terminology is somewhat similar to purchasing, but a little bit different. So instead of getting a contract to buy it, you get a master lease. So that way you lease the property, so you have control. And you have the ability to lease out the other units if it's a master lease. Master means it's more than one unit. So if you got 13 unit, like in my case, you can become the master tenant with the ability and authority and have the legal right to rent out the other units to others. So you have control over the asset, but not necessarily ownership. Now the option means, well, you have the option of buying in the future. So once you get the property performing, meaning it's in decent shape, you got to rent it out, then you can say, you know what, I can decide to buy it, or I can wholesale it to another investor. And if you can decide to buy it, then that's perfectly fine. But if not, you can also have the option to extend the lease if you have these details in your MLO, in your contract. So that way, you can build up your passive income portfolio so you can get closer to that 20,000 or 5 figures a month of passive income that you want. Now the next step is this, limited partnerships, where you can be what's called the general partner. You're that synergistic glue that brings all the resources together to make a deal happen. Meaning you have the connections, meaning you have the network, you're able to get capital, funding, the whole 9 yards. And yes, limited partners be willing to pay you and invest with you as long as you bring that together. And with a limited partnership, not only can you get paid for being a general partner, but you can get paid an acquisition fee, and you can also get paid for managing the property, be the property manager, right? Many ways to skin a cat. Now speaking of property management, I have another video I want you to check out. It's in the description below, so make sure you click the link. And I discuss in depth about property management and how you can take advantage of that. All right, so those are the 4 key things I want to share with you. Using your personal resources, you can use hard money, you can do MLO or limited partnerships. So if you want additional training on how you can invest in multi-units, so that way, whether you invest in your backyard or use OPM, I have a free training for you. Just check the link below in the description to learn more. All right, guys, as always, this is to your success. Is continue to earn passively, live passionately. Peace.